By now, I'm sure many of you or most of you have been made aware of what happened in Montgomery, Alabama on this weekend, where a man doing his job, telling people where they couldn't put their boats, was accosted by a bunch of people. Now, I got to tell you, the memes were hysterical. The compilations were funny. I think some of the nicknames, I think that I don't know that there's been anything from a social media perspective that has been that funny in a very long time. But I also can't recall a time when that many people from all walks of life, when that many people from all kinds of orientations, all kinds of educations, all kinds of political stripes, different perspectives, all agreed on one thing. And I see a collective pride. There was so much pride everywhere I went. I remember I initially was in Charlotte when this had happened. Then I'd flown through the airport and arrived in New York, and everywhere I went, every single time I ran across a black person, invariably they would mention this thing. And it wasn't because somebody finally got their comeuppance. It wasn't because, you got to mete out some level of justice. It was because, I believe in my estimation, how many times have we watched someone on social media, or on the news, or, in other kinds of medias, watch someone get beaten or disrespected or called out of their name? And how many times have we said, you know what? I wish I was there when something like that happened. How many times have we got to sit idly by when something like that happened and only go, man, if I were there when that happened? Well, apparently a lot of people who felt like that were. Especially to everybody. I mean, there were so many things, like the man throwing up his black cap. So apparently now we have an antidote to the MAGA red hat is the black one. Apparently now we can make our own events, not a triathlon, but a try-me-athlon. The nicknames were hilarious, but there was a specific sense of pride that was palpable. It was palpable. It was proud. You were proud to watch people be everything that society has told us that we're not. Or they don't stick together, or they can't swim, or they turn the other way. This time, on this day, at that very moment, I think black people coalesced, saw something that was wrong, and did something about it. They didn't wait. They didn't see what was going on. They didn't go, well, maybe he bought it on himself. It ain't none of my business. I mind my own. None of that happened. People, when Alita Adams said, get here if you can, they did. And they came to the aid of someone. And it's interesting how silent the media is about it. It's interesting how, no one's making really. I remember this. I remember a couple of months ago, a young man choked another man to death on the subway train, held him by his neck for 15 minutes till he was dead. And that man was heralded as a hero. That man was singled out by political people running for president, governors, police officers, mayors. They said that a man who held another man by the neck till he was dead for 15 minutes was a good Samaritan. But what I saw the other day, what I saw this weekend, was all these people coming to the aid of a stranger and putting themselves in harm's way just to stop thugs from attacking a man just doing his job. And the narrative is abjectly silent. It's no one saying the types of things that they said when we watched a man choke another man to death. I don't think anything is more Good Samaritan-like than coming to the aid of someone you don't know against odds you haven't estimated, doing the thing that you know to be right. And they came and they put themselves in harm's way. And for that, we are thankful. And also, I think that they gave black people something that we haven't felt in a very long time, regardless of where we come from, who we believe, who we love, who we worship, how we vote. On this day, I think black people felt something that we haven't gotten a chance to feel collectively for a very long time. And that was a tremendous sense of pride. I only hope we continue to hold on to it.